Alright, hey guys, Southern Kip here. Gonna get started with the rest of my Donkey Kong Country stream here in just a second. I had a few technical difficulties with my headphones. I accidentally, like I do very often, left them on. I had to put new batteries in. So let me get situated here real quick. Alright, excellent. So, in case anybody missed it on Tuesday, I decided to start streaming Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo. I had a special request by one of my followers that wanted to see this game played. And so I decided, instead of doing another adventure game, that I'd just try one of these action platformers. And I hadn't played Donkey Kong Country in a really long time, so managed to get through, I think, the first 4 worlds. And now we've got the last, I don't know, there's maybe 1 or 2 worlds left before the final boss. But it's been a long time since I played this game. I'm not super great at it, but I figured I'll play it regardless. So, hope you enjoy, and hopefully I'll be able to get through it instead of dying over and over again. So this is where it left off, alright. Kremkroc Industries Incorporated. I'm also really happy to report that I apparently picked up another follower since the last stream, and I don't know who it is. I wasn't even aware of it until a few minutes ago, but I'm really happy about that. So maybe I can make it to 10 followers at some point in the next couple weeks. It'd be a pretty big milestone for me. So again, I had this game when I was a kid, and I was into, like, I think I got this when I was in 6th grade. Yeah, I was 6th grade for Christmas, and played it a lot when I was a kid, but I haven't really played it much since, I was a kid. So I don't really remember anything about these boards. So it's almost kind of like I'm playing through it for the first time again. Usually games that I've replayed a lot are like RPG or adventure games, but some of these, like, I really love the Mario Brothers games, and I played them a lot, repeatedly even after I beat them, but I haven't played this one much, so it's actually been kind of fun to replay it. And let's see, I Call Peach says, good luck tonight. Thank you, I Call Peach. Glad to see you again. Glad you're hanging out. And hopefully I'll be able to get through this game tonight and not die to the same things over and over again. So this is Kremkroc Industries, which is the... Oh! Wait. Oh. Well, I didn't mean to do that, but hey, awesome. But this is Kremkroc Industries, which is world number 5. I think I'm just gonna run. And I can't remember if there's a board after this or if the final boss is after this, so... Oops, we'll do the best we can with this thing and see where it goes from there. Shucks, it's actually kind of hard to control that rhinoceros when you're jumping on the platforms there. Whoops. Oh, looks like I'm gonna have to go up here this time. Whoops, I had to go faster next time. So I Call Peach, I remember last time you mentioned that you had played this game before and that you really liked it when you were a kid. Do you have any suggestions for me in terms of these last few boards, or do you even remember what happens in the last few worlds of the game? Or has it been a long time for you as well? to a bad start, already down to 0 lives. The Rhino always felt heavy like DK. Yes, I agree. Kind of hard to jump with him. He's good at running straight into things, but... Let me try him again. There we go. And I said this the last stream, but one thing I forgot about this game is how much I love the music. So it's been a lot of fun playing it again and getting to experience that. Can I jump off of him? Yes, okay. I'm just going to leave him behind. I don't feel like trying to platform with him. Oh, that probably would have been smarter to stay on it. Take it slow, I guess. It's definitely been a long time for me since I played. I feel like the final stages here are about timing and being slower with your movements. Yeah, that's a good point. Which is like the thing that I'm probably the worst at in video games, is trying to be patient. But I will take your words of advice and encouragement and see what I can do here. Alright, I'm going to attempt to stay on the Rhino this time. Okay, at least that counted as one hit. I feel like I ought to be getting pretty close to the end here. Whoa. Good grief. Oh, I thought I could skip over it, but I can't. Okay, let's try again. The good news is that I had just saved, and the only thing I really got to do here is go back over one world to start the next board, so let's try again. The difficulty is going to be having to try to beat multiple boards in a row so I can get to a save. For anybody who was watching, I know I Call Peach was here on Tuesday when I streamed this. I had a lot of difficulty in the fourth world, which was the ice world. So if the game is going to become even harder, I'm going to have to really focus to do well. Oh boy, there we go. I'm just going to say, oh, I actually was able to get that. Okay, here we go. We're doing good so far. Whoa, that was not what was supposed to happen. Alright, let's check in real quick. I Call Peach hanging out, and I've had a few other people stop by, so anybody watching right now who's new, welcome. Just to give you a little bit of a background, my forte is not necessarily these Donkey Kong games or even Mario games or stuff like that. Usually I play adventure games or RPGs, but I had a special request to play this game. So, I'm probably a little over halfway through the game, but tonight is the most difficult part for sure. So you'll probably just have to bear with me as I try to make my way through part of these. Throws 3 this time, right? Yeah, there we go. You got me last time on that. And I go after the long one. Surely the X is here somewhere. Alright, good start so far. We've only got one death. And I wonder if I don't get the candies to save until much later, but hopefully we won't have to only go about 2 or 3 boards. Oh man, this is a lot like the minecart in a way. So anyway, while I'm playing, I'll just sort of randomly talk about a few memories I have from the game. So if you look at the bottom right corner of my screen right now, you'll see, you know, and you can't, especially those of you watching on your phone, probably can't see it super well, but it's a picture that used to be in Nintendo Power magazine right when this game came out, or just before it. It was around Christmas of, like, I think 1994, and it had all these games. It said, you know, the get list or whatever, the list of games that you got to get. And this was on there, and a few other ones that I ended up getting, such as Super Punch-Out!, which I've actually decided to do a stream of that game in the near future. But Mortal Kombat 2 was on there. I had all 3 of those games. But Final Fantasy 3, also known as Final Fantasy 6, is on that list as well. And I never owned that game, but I did play it a ton. So when I think about playing this game, it just reminds me all the time of, you know, that Christmas when I got it. So I decided to go back and, you know, I remembered that list being in Nintendo Power, so I decided to put it up as a graphic. Okay, so far so good. Let's not count our chickens before they're hatched though. Well, see what I mean? You know, now that I think about it, it would have been much smarter to be Donkey because he can jump on everything. So let's... Wait, can I not tag Donkey? Well, that was not good. I was trying to tag Donkey, but it wouldn't let me. Alright, I think this is where we got stuck last time. Alright, we'll keep Donkey for a minute. Wonder why that guy didn't jump down at me. Here's Mr. Chomper Man. And I see that we got a comment in the box. I will get to it in just 1 second. Just trying to stay focused here for a moment. There we go. Alright, do you feel like the levels here are repetitive, like the only thing different in the background in some of these? Yeah, in a way. You know, kind of similar to the Mario games. At a certain point, they can only put in a few gimmicks, you know, at the end of the game, like things that maybe they didn't do before. But that's kind of the, that's part of the reason why I like platformers that have like an attack associated with them. Like, for example, I really like Shovel Knight. It has the running and the jumping and stuff, but it also has the ability to press a button to like attack the enemy. When you don't have that as much, like I know you can roll in this game, but when you don't have an attack as like one of the primary components of the game, there's only so many ways you can sort of build in the platforming. And plus, this was the SNES era, so, you know, some of the mechanics can be relatively repetitive. So I do agree with you. They just kind of make it more complicated where you have to make more jumps, there's more danger, there's more enemies. But I don't feel like the gameplay has changed very much. Oh, I can't believe I did that. I wasn't even thinking. Oh, goodness. I'm gonna keep Diddy Kong out for a little while. I like the way he controls. Hopefully we won't run into any of those guys that I would need Donkey Kong to jump on. Oh, I didn't even... Crap. I didn't even see the B. Well, I'm gonna have to figure out how to time that better, because I guess there's no way to jump straight across. And now the danger is that I've beaten 2 boards, but I'm pretty confident that if I don't beat, you know, if I don't go save my game, which I can't at the moment, then I will be stuck and have to play those boards again. And that's part of the thing that I was sort of nervous about playing this game on my stream, is that I'm actually not super great at it, and I might end up getting stuck. So we'll see what happens here. Let me actually think about what I'm doing here instead of being in such a rush. I don't know how I'm going to manage that. Oh, good grief. Okay, so we got, what, 2 lives left here? Oops. Well, I pressed Y. I guess I didn't press it fast enough. My pro gaming skills are coming out right now. Alright, let's see. This is the last life. Pressure's on. Let's see how well this can go. Here we go. Alright, so at least we got Donkey back. It's always better to have 1 extra hit. That is actually one thing about this game that I've never really seen before. You know, when you play Mario World, I mean, I guess you can jump on Yoshi, and I guess you have power-ups that can give you extra hits, but I've never really seen, like, you know, like a tag team. Oh, come on, that was cheap. Oh boy. Oh! I still enjoy the game. I guess it's like you said, it's cool when the game has added elements that mix things up every now and again. I think my fave of all time is Mario 3 because of all the different costumes Mario can have. Love the frog and the bear thing that can turn to stone. Yeah, the Tanuki suit. That's what that was called. I enjoyed that a lot too. I thought that was really cool. Well, unfortunately, friends, I've managed to noob it up, and I'm gonna have to go back and play those boards again. So I'm committed to trying to make this work for at least maybe an hour or so. Hopefully an hour from now we won't be stuck doing the same boards over and over again. But yes, the Tanuki suit, good point about Mario 3. That's actually one thing about Mario 3 that I love too, and kind of made it a timeless game. A lot of people consider that game to be like the best game on the NES that was ever released. So the different costumes were awesome. I like the Tanuki suit. My favorite one was, like, I think the most rare suit in the game was the Hammer Brothers suit, which actually allowed you to throw hammers. But in addition, you could crouch and you wouldn't get hit by fire because you had a, like a little shell thing. Do you remember the Hammer Brothers suit by any chance? Go. I'm trying to collect some of these letters because technically if I can collect the letters, then I can get a 1-up. Oops. And maybe potentially live a little bit longer on these later boards. But I just realized, that I missed the N because I would need the Rhino for that. So if I die, I'll go back and get that. Yes, the hammer suit. I'd forgotten about that one. One time I lost it as soon as I'd gotten it. I'm pretty sure I threw the controller. That sounds like an experience similar to what I've had with games. I remember actually the first time I think I ever got it, I thought it was so cool. And it was like, I don't think you can get that one in the middle of a board. Maybe you can like once or twice. But I think the majority of the time you have to get that as an item from one of like the mushroom shops or something. And I think the very first time that I ever used it, I immediately lost it and like, you know, didn't even get to experience like what the gameplay would be like with it. I gotta remember to jump early on these things. Here we go. Better. Okay, I don't think I died on that one. That's good. Off to a good start. Even though it gets difficult, this game is still pretty fun and relaxing just because, like, I don't know. It's like certain video games just kind of put you in a good mood, even when they can be sort of frustrating. Like, I just really like the graphics of this game, and in particular, the music. You know, even the darker music is still sort of fun to listen to, so. The overworld music in particular is always real chill. One thing I did realize, I was making jokes a couple streams ago about how when I normally play video games, I sing along with the music, but when I started streaming, I realized that, you know, like, I kind of got self-conscious about it, so I quit doing it. But one thing I also realized is that the few times that I have hummed with the stream and I've gone back to double check on the video to make sure everything ran smoothly, I think there's a little bit of lag between what's showing up on the video and what I'm saying. So technically speaking, you know, when I am humming or singing, it still sounds off, even though I'm doing it along with the music that I'm hearing live. So that's probably another reason why I shouldn't do it. And I see another comment. I will get to that in just a moment. It's just gonna take me a second to try to focus here. And I remember up here in a minute, there's going to be a guy who runs that Donkey's going to have to jump on, so I'm going to keep him in the lead here. There we go. And again, I don't know why he doesn't go. Well, maybe we'll have a shot at the G. Get a 1-up and then have an extra chance at the alright, at the board after this, assuming I can get through this. Just gonna back off, let him walk to the edge again. I think he just fell last time, okay. Easy enough. Alright. That went fairly well. I also like the noise it makes when you throw the hammers, and I always thought the hammerhead things in the original Mario were so cute. Yeah, the Hammer Brother guys. Maybe they were cute, but they were deadly, man. They made me die. I think of all the enemies in the game, those guys made me die the most, because if you warp to level 8, and then you make it to 8-3, which is the board right before Bowser's Castle, you have to fight those guys, like, I think there's 2 at a time, twice, and then there's like a long stretch where you run into like 3 or 4 of them, and God, they killed me so many times. But yeah, that noise, the little blickum thing that it makes is pretty cool. Oh, I don't know why I did that. That was not very smart. Alright, good. We made it to the halfway point. That's what we want. Oh, these are just like Mario. Those little guys are literally in like the first board of Super Mario Brothers. The little moving platforms. Now, I know I can't jump on those guys. Can I roll through them, or whatever you call it? Oh, man, I can't believe I did that. Hey, really stoked for Donkey Kong Country. Thank you, Alan. Good to see you back, man. This is a game I've been explaining. I don't know if you were here for Tuesday at any point, but I got a special request to play this game by one of my followers, and it is not a game that I'm like super good at all. So this is kind of one of those things where I'm having fun with it, and I've made it relatively far, but I'm starting to run into some pretty serious difficulty trying to beat it, because these types of games are not my forte, if you will. Oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna have to jump on the edge to beat that guy. But yeah, Alan, good to see you, bro. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I deserve that. Alright, I gotta slow down. And actually, Alan, while you're here, I will ask you, I'm going to stream some this weekend as well. Hopefully I can focus and get through this game tonight, but if you have any suggestions for games you'd ever like to see me play, please let me know, because, you know, I'd really like to play games that some of my friends would like to see, so just keep me posted. And did you have this game when you were a kid? I called Peaches here, and she's been chatting with us as well, and this is a game she had when she was a kid, so I kind of feel like this is one of those SNES games that, like, even if you didn't own it, oh crap, even if you didn't own it, you probably played it at some point. Okay, so I know it's coming. I need to slow down. This would be so much easier if I had lost Diddy and not Donkey. Maybe if I keep the barrel. Maybe that's the key here. No, not the key. I'm gonna have to hit the edge and then roll. There it is. Let's get Donkey in here so he can jump on this guy. Oh, whoa, whoa, this guy's really excited. I guess I gotta ride this guy all the way down. Okay, so far so good. Got my face to the bee's butt. Oh boy. I really hate to die this close. Okay, thank goodness. Yeah, I was a huge fan of this game. Brings back so many memories. I know, man. Oh, yes, we get to save. Okay, this is excellent. So, phase 1 down. Yeah, I was actually explaining, Alan, as I was playing on Tuesday in particular. I'll just kind of explain it again real quick. This game has a lot of nostalgia, or brings up a lot of nostalgia for me, because I got this the Christmas of my 6th grade year. And I spent like the whole Christmas break playing this game, and I got a couple other games that Christmas as well. But if you look at the bottom right hand part of my screen, there's a little picture. It's probably too small to see, but it says the Get List. And that was actually a list of like, I think 15 games that had come out in the fall of that year leading up to Christmas. And I remember like looking at that before I got Donkey Kong Country and picking out the games that I wanted, and this was one of the ones that I wanted to get. So every time I play this game, I actually haven't played it a ton over the years. It's almost kind of like playing it again for the first time, but every time I play it, it just reminds me of specifically being very young. You know, some of the games I play, I've played like multiple times in my life. For example, some of the Final Fantasy games and whatnot, or the Zelda games, I've played not only as a kid, but as an adult. I really haven't played Donkey Kong Country much, so this has been a really fun experience. Too bad I'm not very good at the game. One cool mechanic though, or I guess not really mechanic, but just kind of cool. Art choice is, you know, all the water for the most part up to now has been blue, and like blue background some of the time too. I think it's neat that they make it green here because you're in the Krim Croc or whatever industry, so it's like you're in a polluted place. So it's pretty cool that they made the graphics thematically consistent. Oh goodness, I hate water levels so much. I need that Mario 3 frog suit. Let's see. All right. Oh no. He's out for blood. Oops. Let's see, I watched your replay. I forgot how much I hated the ice level. Oh man, I tell you. Thanks for watching the replay, by the way. And yes, that thing tore me apart. I think I do poorly in just about all ice levels in general, but the one in this game, for some reason, just really gave me trouble. But I can't really think of a game that's like a platformer like this, especially one where you go through multiple like worlds and stages or whatever. I can't really think of one that didn't include an ice level. Like, you know, Mario 1 even technically had ice levels to a degree. I mean, there was like visually on the page there were white trees and stuff. Mario 2, I think World 5 maybe was an ice world, and that's the one where you can. If you remember Mario 2, the one where you pick up like the vegetables and stuff, there was an ice world where like one of the boards you actually had to jump on the back of whales, stuff like that. And then in Mario 3 it was World 6, and I think there was some ice in Mario World as well. So anyway, it just feels like the ice is sort of like the obligatory slippy stage or whatever. Good grief. Yeah, oh, I missed that. Yeah, I feel like Donkey Kong always came out around Christmas time. Yeah, so let me ask you this, because I was talking with some other people about this a few days ago. Did you ever play Donkey Kong Country 2 or 3? Because I know 2 had Dixie Kong, and then 3 I think had some kind of like Baby Kong in it or something, but I actually never played those. I just had this one and really liked it, but for some reason I never played those other ones. And if you did play them, were they any good? Because if so, I might have to get them and play them for the first time. I really need to get to a checkpoint here. Good grief. Ah, man. I really hate those jellyfish guys. And we're only at O. Are we even gonna make it to the checkpoint? There it is, okay. Good grief. Yes, I played all 3, but I really don't remember them well. That's cool, man. Let's double check real quick. Yeah, alright, cool. We got multiple viewers. Welcome everybody, even those of you that are not logged into an account. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I'm sorry that you happen to be catching me on a on a game that I'm not very good at, but I'm gonna do my best to try to beat the game. I'm currently in the, let's see, this is the 5th world. So I'm assuming I probably have this world and maybe one more until the final boss. But even as difficult as this is, I am going to make an attempt to try to beat the game tonight, if possible. Normally, I have been streaming action games like Mega Man or adventure games like Legend of Zelda. But this has been a fun game to play, even though I'm a little rusty. I always find that I get really jumpy on these boards. Like, I hear a sound and I just immediately press the B button, and a lot of times I end up hitting and running into the thing that's coming instead of avoiding it. Oh, good grief. One of the Donkey Kong countries was free roaming. Maybe it was DK3. I didn't like that one as much. Really? Now, is that, because I know there was a Donkey Kong, like, 64, which I think was technically like a Donkey Kong Country 64. I've heard good things about the game, but I never actually played it. Is that the one you're thinking of, or is there actually like a Super Nintendo one where you can just kind of do whatever you want? Because I definitely did not play that one. Trying to go under that guy. It'd probably just be better to go up top. Well, almost. What do you think you'll stream next? I Call Peach. That is a good question. I've been thinking about that. Hopefully the next thing that I stream is not this game again, because it means I would have beaten it. If I don't beat it tonight, I'm going to have to stream it again. Not that it's not fun. It's a lot of fun. It's just that I really want to beat the game and not have to get stuck at my own incompetence. But I've talked with a few people that have come into chat over the last few streams about different ideas. I've tossed around a few things such as Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight's not only a fun game, but it's been a while since I trained myself to beat it in under 90 minutes, which is one of the achievements for the game. It's actually pretty difficult to do, and I've considered like going back and sort of practicing that and retraining myself to do that again. Because that would really be full of action, because you have to go really fast and you can't make very many mistakes. But in terms of retro games, I've actually also considered streaming Super Punch-Out, which I kind of thought it'd be cool to do it on the back of this game, because I got this game and Super Punch-Out at the same time for Christmas, my 6th grade year in high school. And I actually know that game really well. In fact, oddly enough, of every game I've ever played, that's probably the game that I know the best. Like, I haven't played it in a long time, but I bet I could probably stick it in, play it, and make it all the way through without losing a match. So, and that'd be a fun challenge. So I might try that, but if you have any suggestions, I would be more than happy to listen. I would, you know, I'm doing this just for fun. I'd love to play games that people actually wanted to see and also comment on. So, and most of the really sort of popular ones I either already have on my Nintendo Wii U or I can easily get them. Right now I haven't set up any of my other machines to stream except for this one, so it would be helpful to be able to have a game that's, you know, already kind of available to me. Good grief. Donkey Kong 64 was the free roaming one, so I remember liking DK2 and 3 a lot now that I'm remembering. Cool. Yeah, it seems like a lot of those Nintendo 64 games attempted a lot of free roaming aspects just because they were trying to take advantage of the, you know, 3D worlds or whatever that they were able to create. For example, good grief. I think there's some similarities between games like Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie, which, you know, is another one of those ones that I always wanted to play and just never did for some reason. But Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64, trying to think of some other one of the ones, like even Legend of Zelda, you know, had like a much more of a free sort of form, adventure style to it than the previous Zelda games, an open world concept. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It just kind of depends on the game. Like I really enjoyed Ocarina of Time. I really liked Mario 64, but I don't know if I would have liked it in the Donkey Kong format, kind of like you. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. This is getting really crazy. Can I hide? Okay, good. Feeling a little bit better about the situation. Okay. Bet I gotta go to the right here. Alright. Alright, there's the sign. Seems like multiple times on Tuesday I'd see the sign and then get busted right before oh. Jeez, this is terrible. Oh my god, this is absolutely torture. Oh, thank God. Okay, the cool part is that now I'm gonna be a huge, you know, weenie here and go back and save the game every time I beat a board just so I don't have to play that board again. Alright, making some progress. Let's see. I remember when this came out and the graphics looked cutting edge. This is a lot of fun to watch. The challenge with this game is that your character moves so fast in relation to what you can see on the screen, so it's easy to run into danger. I agree, man, wholeheartedly. I think the graphics are really cool. Like, it's, I don't know, even for a retro game, it's like, for someone like me that doesn't play new games very much, and I'm so used to retro graphics that even now these seem like, you know, kind of exciting graphics or whatever. But I'm glad you're having a good time watching. Oh, another minecart sequence. I Call Peach was here on Tuesday and got to see the minecart sequence. The first one, I got in and just nailed it and like got by it on the first try, and I was so happy because these things usually take me like 12 attempts. So this one's different though because you're actually, oh, I didn't know you did that. You're actually jumping out of the cart instead of pressing B to make the cart jump. So we'll see how that goes. I trek back to candies all the time to save. Yeah, I mean, you gotta do it. Unless you're just some kind of pro at the game, there's no reason to make yourself play a board over again, especially the water board. I mean, good grief. Alright, so as I was saying, this time you jump out of the cart. The previous minecart sequence, the whole cart jumps, so this is actually kind of a new thing. Alright. I hate this because you have to time your landing as well. Like, you don't just have to, like, you have to actually time landing in the cart, or you could put like that. You can miss. But yeah, to both of you guys and anybody else watching, again, I would absolutely love to take any suggestions or requests for games that people might even be interested in watching for a little bit, because, you know, it's always more fun for me when people are here to watch and interact. So I I love to play games that people enjoy seeing. So let me know if you have anything that you'd like to see in the future, whether it's an old NES game or SNES, even some 64 games I could probably play, because I think some of those are on Virtual Console. And at this point, I got no qualms about, you know, dropping $7-10 on a game that I don't currently have just so I can play through it. It'd be a lot of fun. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Alright. That was not as painful as I thought it might would be. I bet we got one more board and then it leads over to the big pile of bananas over there. Let's save this bad boy again. Oh, Candy. And her oversized bow. Blackout Basement. Is this going to be one of those boards where I have to jump and hit the switches, the on-off switches? Let's find out. And again, for everybody watching, hello. Thanks for stopping by. Just doing a casual run through of Donkey Kong Country. Haven't played it in a long time and having fun so far. Trying to beat the game tonight if possible. I'm not exactly sure how close we are because I don't remember if there's a world after this or if this leads straight to the boss, King K. Rool. But I will say this too while I'm thinking about it. I think I mentioned this on Tuesday. One of my favorite YouTube content creators, his name is Pro Jared. He does a lot of reviews and just, you know, funny conversations about video games from the past. Some of them are like games that he likes, you know, and he's telling you about how good they are. Sometimes it's about games that are terrible, or even, you know, cartoons and stuff. So he did a video on the Donkey Kong Country cartoon. Apparently there was a cartoon of Donkey Kong Country that came out. It was like really early CGI usage, and it was pretty bad. But it's really funny to watch. So if you're ever looking for something fun to watch for, you know, 10-15 minutes, I would definitely recommend checking out that video and his channel in general. I'm a real big fan of his work. And I think he also streams on Twitch occasionally. I think he's got a Let's Play channel that, he's got a Let's Play channel that he uses. Good grief, man, this is getting really irritating. Oh, I forgot Donkey could do that. Man. It's like, I forgot that this was like this. I've seen mechanics where the whole thing goes black for like the whole board. But this turning on and off over and over again is actually messing with me pretty bad here. Let's see. Okay. And Alan, you know, I remember Nintendo was hyping this game up big time back in the day, and I mentioned really early on in my stream on Tuesday that I even got, like, I had a subscription to Nintendo Power. Did you ever have one? And if so, do you remember the video that they sent? Like, everybody who had a subscription to Nintendo Power, they sent a VHS tape that was like, this is our new game coming out soon, and it was like hyping it all up. So that was actually part of the reason I wanted to get the game. Oh man. Oh, this is starting to get crazy. Is there a guy throwing? Oh gosh. Alright, I saw the sign. I hope we're, oh, good grief. Cog. Kind of like Pogs. Pogs were also really big at the same time as this game. I don't know if anybody remembers Pogs. But Pogs are a really big deal back then. Alright, let's go save. Let's see. I trekked. Oh man, I remember this being pretty hard. Yes, thank goodness we made it through. Let's save and then go fight this boss. So my guess is that the first world had the beaver guy, the second world had the vulture, the third one had a bee, then the fourth one, which was the ice one, had another beaver. So I'm guessing that this is going to be a second, harder version of the vulture. Let's see if that's accurate. Dumb Drum. I guess not. I don't know who this is. Okay. What am I supposed to do with this? Wait a minute, maybe I just have to kill all the enemies and eventually this guy runs out of ammo or whatever. So he dropped once. Oops, you can't roll into those guys. He dropped once, then he dropped twice, then he dropped 3 times. So he's going to drop 4 times here. And then probably drop like big dudes. And then maybe one more time he'll do 5. And then drop those really big guys maybe, or I don't know. Who's left to drop? Oh, the armadillo guys. Did I get it? Alright. Thank you, I Call Peach. Yeah, the Pogs, man. Chimp Caverns. Okay, so I was correct. There is one more board before you get to King K. Rool. I'm going to go ahead and save. And then take Funky's Flights back. But yeah, like the Pogs fad, I only remember it being big for like I don't know, maybe like 6 months or a year or something, but it was when I was in 6th grade, and I just moved to South Carolina, and I got a bunch of Pogs and the little slammer guys, and I've still got those things somewhere. I need to find them just to, just because. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Okay. So I probably need to like hold off on getting the fuel until the last second. There we go. It's probably part of the strategy of the board. I like the way Diddy Kong ducks. Oh, how am I gonna get that? Maybe I'm not supposed to get it. Okay. Off to a good start. We haven't died yet. We got the halfway point. Oh. Alright, so far, doing decently. I always remember trying to fall on those was better than hitting them on the way up, because you got more bang for your buck, I guess. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Okay. Oh, okay. Of course, they gotta put at least one enemy between the exits Yeah, alright. I'm worried Ocarina of Time might be too long, but it would be a trip to see the first 45 minutes or something. Yeah, you know what? It would be pretty cool. I've considered that. They released it on the Virtual Console recently. I think I already bought it, so I might already have that game. And it would take a while to play, but it would be pretty cool, especially since I already played the first 3 Zeldas. I think what I might do is, like, part of my streaming is like I kind of go back and forth between the idea of like, should I be playing things that I don't know just for fun, just to share the experience with viewers, or should I play things that I actually know pretty well so that I can sort of explain things along the way and have a more educational experience. But like that would be a game that it would take a while to play, and I'd have to relearn everything because I don't remember hardly anything about the game. But I think it'd be pretty fun to do. I'll definitely put that one in on the list of things to get to. I personally enjoy doing retro games. You know, like basically N64, SNES, and NES games. I prefer doing those just because I'm actually more familiar with more of them. And I just personally find them to be more fun. But occasionally games like Shovel Knight that are new, but they're technically retro style games. So, there we go. So, basically anything with a retro feel is going to be something I'm definitely open to. Oh, that was bad. Wow, that was a really tough board. Yeah, it was, but luckily I made it through it. This one is going to be one of those ones I think that gives me trouble because you got a lot of enemies and hopping going on, and then like these little circular guys. But the good news is that if I do decently with the bananas, I can get some one-ups along the way, maybe. Whoops. I almost mistimed that one. I don't know why. For some reason, even when I could technically roll through some of these characters, a lot of times I choose to just jump. I don't know why I needed that. KG. Okay. All right. So far, so good. Alright, if I can beat one more board, Misty Mine, hopefully I can get to Funky's Flights, and then I can go save. So let's see how this goes. I need to be careful. 3 lives, and if I can beat this, I won't have to do the first 2 boards again. So let me actually try here. I'm having a hard time seeing the ground through the mist, actually. A really hard time. It's like I keep waiting for there to be like a pit, but I can't tell right away because the mist to me looks kind of like the ground. Alright, there's the halfway point. Good so far. This music is really eerie. Sometimes less is more when it comes to the music. Oh no. I guess I got a little excited from seeing the sign. Okay, good. Hopefully we'll get to Funky's Flights here. Yes, okay, we get to save. So after our first few times failing at the boards at the beginning of World 5, actually making some progress here. So this is a good checkpoint. Now if I die, it won't hurt quite so badly. Okay, so I'm going to say something that I don't think anybody was here for. I said this at the very, very beginning of my stream on Tuesday. But I've always been a pretty big nerd, and in particular, a pretty big video game nerd. And right before this game came out, or maybe like right when it came out, before I got it, my mom bought me Donkey Kong on Game Boy, which wasn't Donkey Kong Country. It was like a new advanced version of like the old classic Donkey Kong game, and it actually was really cool and fun. And I would recommend anybody to play that game. It's actually really fun. And but in addition to that, she also ordered me a cassette tape of the soundtrack to Donkey Kong Country. So I was listening to the soundtrack to this game on cassette tape before I even had the game. So I don't know if there's, I've never met another person who had that, but it was a lot of fun, and I really like the music. So if I didn't have any nerd video game credentials before now, I should have them at this point. I think I Called Peach last on Tuesday when you were watching. You were mentioning that the sound of the chompers is actually kind of soothing sometimes. So at least you're getting a little bit of that this time. Oh boy. Oh, couldn't see. So I'm going to list some SNES games in no particular order from a top 100 list to see if any jog your memory. Yes, please do so. I love going back and remembering games. So list a few, and I will tell you number 1 if I remember them, number 2 if I've played them, and number 3 if maybe I could stream them. I like Super Luck Box right there. Whoa! Oh my gosh, so close. Gotta love the chomps. Oh yes. Okay, Uniracers. I love that one. Damn, I forgot. Okay. Uniracers. Let me see. Alan, if you can tell on the little right-hand picture I've got on my stream, Uniracers is one of the games, and I believe it's not the very bottom row, but the next row up. I think it's the game on the far left. I actually used to have that game as well. I could stream that game if I found a way to hook up my Super Nintendo and stream it, which I think I can do it. It's just a lot harder than the Wii U. But yeah, I've still got that cartridge. It's in my living room right now, actually. But that game was a lot of fun. I like the fact that you got to do cool tricks. And it's like, not necessarily just for points, but to make yourself go faster. But yeah, that game was actually a lot of fun. And since I was in 6th grade when it came out, I named 2 of the Uniracers, because you know there's a bunch of different colors. I named 2 of them after members of Green Day. Alright, let's see if I can get this one correct this time. Whoa. Alright, so I think we got the barrels up here. Alright, very good. Let's go ahead and save again. Tiny Toons Buster Bust Loose. I don't remember that one. Tiny Toons Buster Bust Loose. The Lion King game was pretty dope, though I never could beat it. I'm a little bitter about that. I remember the Lion King game. I remember getting to Scar, but I actually don't remember if I ever beat it. And I think at some point, maybe I only rented it one time. I Call Peach, is that a game that you remember playing? Did you ever play the Lion King game on Super Nintendo? Whoa, this dude must be on like super steroids or something. Alright, I'll just leave him alone. I guess if he can't be killed by even Donkey, then it doesn't matter who I've got here. Whoops! Whoa, I'm in like way too big of a hurry here. Okay, so far, so good. I'd really like to make it to the halfway point right here. Oh man, I didn't see that big. I got really lucky right there. I know the halfway point's got to be coming up at some point in the near future. There it is. Okay, so far we're doing okay. Oh crap. Well, that's not good. I guess I threw too early. I love the Lion King game also. Or two. Yep, probably one of my top 5 favorites. Awesome. I actually can't remember everything that happens in that game. I think at some point you're a kid and then later you become an adult and that's when you can start pawing at people or something. Y'all have to remind me. But yeah, Alan, Dexter Dog, keep on bringing the games, man. Anything that you can find on the list. And I Call Peach you too. If you have any Super Nintendo games that you remember, especially some that you think maybe nobody else would know about or have played, feel free to mention them. I'll tell you if I've seen them before or played them. Okay, so the exit is nearby, but I've got to get this and hold on to it. There we go, better. Oh man. Oh, I've gotta. Okay, I get it now. Surely the exit is nearby. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, that world actually went relatively quick. We got Necky's Revenge, which if I recall, Necky is the vulture. So maybe there is a second vulture board and a second naughty board, but not a second board. LOL, Tecmo Super Bowl was the only sports game I liked. That was fun. That was also special because that's the only game I ever played with my dad. Oh, that's cool, man. So, Tecmo Super Bowl, quick story about that. I think if that's the one I'm thinking of, Tecmo Bowl had 4 plays you could choose from, and then Tecmo Super Bowl changed it to 8. So you had like every directional pad with A and then every directional pad with B. And oddly enough, when that game came out, I didn't even know what the Super Bowl was. So I thought, like, I misread it. Like, I looked at the box, and in my mind, a lot of times, like, they put the word Super in front of a game when it was the second game. So I read it as Super Tecmo Bowl for the longest time. I was like, yeah, Super Tecmo Bowl. It's Tecmo Super Bowl. So yeah, that's a great game. Let's see. I Call Peach said, I like how adult Simba could hang off of a cliff. I know that's weird, but I was a kid and I like to make him just hang on the cliff sometimes. That's funny. I don't even remember that. I guess that was probably one of the game mechanics. Whoa. Okay. I guess I gotta jump twice on this guy? Good grief. That was tough. Luckily, I saved the game, so... Oh, I guess I can't hit him until after he... 1, 2, 3, 4. Crap. I think one more and I got it. Good grief. Okay, well, luckily we can start right back on Necky's Revenge, and then hopefully get the King K. Rool and knock this bad boy out. That was so dumb. Alright, so the next one is 2. I bet I have to go to 5. So there's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Got him, alright. Hopefully that's the last board. And hopefully we'll go straight to King K. Rool. Yes, okay, Gangplank Galleon. Let's go back and save. I gotta admit to all you guys, I am actually somewhat relieved that I'm somewhat relieved that I've made it this far. I was kind of concerned that I'd get stuck. Alright, so I remember King K. Rool being pretty difficult, but I remember the music being really cool for his board. So, let's give it a try and see what happens. Oh. Now at some point he starts jumping, doesn't he? That's about the only thing I remember from this board. I think he's gonna start jumping. Okay. Oh. Okay. So far so good. Guess it'll be twice this time? Oh, good grief. They always add a number. Yeah, okay. So I guess the last time I'll have to do it 3 times. Sweet! Yeah, thanks, I Call Peach. Hopefully I'll be able to beat this here. Alright, here's the second go around. I bet there's gonna be a third one. Yep. Okay. Alright, but he's not dead, is he? Credits with a K. Coding, Claptrap. Characters, Crusha. Coloring, Critter. Concept, Clump. Commander, King K. Rool. The end? Question mark? Alright. I don't remember what his attacks are at this point. Maybe more jumping? Oh, wow, okay. Dude, Earthworm Jim. Yes, Earthworm Jim was another one of those games that came out like exactly, it might even be on that list down there on the bottom right. It was around the same time as this stuff. At least I think it was. And I liked the game, I thought it was cool. But I remember that game being like brutally difficult. I can't believe I didn't jump over that. Like, I actually don't think I ever even came close to beating that game. Although it is a really pretty cool concept, an earthworm inside of a giant space suit that makes him super powerful. Alright, Diddy, you can do it. Let's go. Apparently not. I jumped way too early. Whoa, I don't remember him coming back like that. Yeah, I actually do recall that because as a kid, I remember thinking like even before I saw the K letters, I remember thinking like, this is kind of weird. Games don't normally end in such a nonchalant way. So when he came back, I wasn't super shocked. But again, I don't really remember what his attacks are when he comes back, so this is phase 2. We'll have to figure out what phase 3 is going to be. I guess I'll have to stand closer to him. Last time I was halfway across the screen and he jumped straight onto me, so I guess phase 3 I'm going to have to stand a little closer to him. Alright, so I got to avoid this twice this time. One more time, it'll be 3 this time. Also, Alan, because I know you'll care about this, any idea what the score of the game is? Last time I looked, Bama was winning. It's kind of weird for me to be asking the score of a game in the middle of a stream. But last time I looked, Bama was winning with about 10 minutes to go, so I was hoping that we'd hang on for the victory. Alright. I call Peach. Oh man, oh crap. I need to pay attention. I thought that we were going into the... Oh, it's a little bit less each time. Okay. Okay. And now it'll be even less, probably. Maybe this will be the last hit. Maybe one. Maybe this is it. Alright! He says, oh man, I loved Earthworm Jim. It was really hard. I never made it very far. Yeah, that's cool that you played that. Well done, Donkey, my boy. Who'd have thought a young whippersnapper like you could have beaten that bunch of no-good Kremlings? You've made an old man proud. And Cranky's supposed to be the original Donkey Kong. Go and look in your hoard. I think you'll be in for a surprise. While I hit you with my stick. If I had been playing, I'd have found everything. I'm sure there must be some bonus rooms you haven't found. Yes, leave me alone. I just wanted to beat the game, Cranky. Yeah! Kong's Banana Horde. So think about this for a minute. One of the best Super Nintendo games of all time comes down to collecting bananas. And now they do the enemy roll call. Let's see. I have some vague memories about Demon's Crest, if you remember that one. I actually remember that one, reading about it in Nintendo Power, but I never played it. I think it was like a sequel to Gargoyle's Quest or something, and those are games I'd actually like to go back and play because I've read and heard good things about them. But Demon's Crest, I think that might even be another one of those games on that list down there. There were a bunch of good games released at that time. Oh, we won 81-73. All right, roll tide. And then you did it. Congrats. Thank you, I Call Peach. I certainly appreciate you being here for this whole stream tonight, and also for pretty much the whole stream on Tuesday. So I'm glad I was able to get through it all and beat it. I'll just sit here and relax for a minute and let you guys enjoy watching the ending credits for a second. The bosses, very naughty. Master Neki. Queen Bee. Really naughty? I guess really's more intense than very. Master Neki Sr. King K. Rool. The good guys. Rambi. Espresso. Unguard. Winky, I was calling him Hoppy the other night. Squawks. The Kongs. Is it my turn yet? Funky Kong. Candy Kong. Surely it's me next. Cranky Kong. Diddy Kong. And Donkey Kong. It says, I really enjoyed watching and remembering all the DK stuff. Thanks for doing this one. No problem. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was actually a lot of fun for me to go back and play this game. I forgot how much fun I used to have playing it. Cartoon violence. So funny. They're just monkeying around. I did this using 1 life, and I took less than an hour. Sorry, I had to reload, missed the last few minutes. Oh, that's okay, we just managed to beat the game. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Alan, that Tiny Toons game, if that was a regular Nintendo game, I think I actually played it. Because I remember renting, now that I think back, there was a game where I think Buster Bunny was the little blue guy, but you could play as his friends too, and like I remember there was a little duck that he could fly, and so it was like one of those games where it was a platformer, but you could pick different characters, and I think there was like a cat, and he could like walk on the wall or something like that. So if that was the game that you mentioned, then yes, I have played that one time. And I actually thought it was pretty cool. I think it was trying to mimic Mario 3 to a degree. I think you collected like carrots and stuff like that instead of coins. But again, this was a lot of fun for me. Super special thanks to both you guys in particular. Anybody else who came by and stopped and saw it, but also in particular I Call Peach and Dexter Dog 1, Alan. A lot of fun playing for you guys. I will definitely look at the suggestions y'all gave me and try to figure something out. I will probably stream again. I might even stream a little bit tomorrow just because I don't really have plans on my Friday night, which I guess is kind of lame. But yeah, I'll definitely be streaming at least on Sunday, but I might do some tomorrow. So thank y'all for stopping by. It was a lot of fun. It was cool chatting, and I'm going to end the stream there and catch you guys later. Have a good night.